Now then, let's get started, shall we? And there we are. Hello, everyone who is here. My colleagues are also here, yes, I hope. Some of them, perhaps all of them?
Hello.
Hello.
Ah, there. Yes, wonderful. Cool, yes. Hello, everybody.
I made it.
Wonderful. I'm glad to have everyone here. We are doing it today. It's a big day because we're starting a new thing. How's everyone feeling? We doing pretty okay so far, everybody?
Oh yeah.
I'm hyped.
I'm very excited, yes.
I've got my emotional support panda.
Excellent. 10 out of 10. I
With
am
or without rice?
Hey, well, I mean, if you fill your stuffed animal with rice and put it in the microwave, it acts as a heating pad, but I don't recommend doing this with everything, at least. So hello, everybody. My name is Cosmo Bergamot. I am the Dean of the School of Conjuration here at the Teme Welt Royal Academy for the Metaphysical Arts, and I am joined today by my 4 esteemed colleagues for a brand new adventure. Let's do a couple introductions. Rubix, would you kindly tell us who you are and what you do?
Hello, I'm Rubix. I'm a Minecraft streamer on Twitch. I made this game that we're going to play today. Today. Good to meet you all. Today.
I mean, for a given value thereof, I suppose.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
So
As
good.
Rubix mentioned, they did make this game. It is going to be very good to have them be on the receiving end of the storyteller's table this time around. I'm excited for that. Tadpole Milk, would you kindly tell us who you are and what you do?
Hi, I'm Temple Milk. I stream on Twitch a little bit. This is my first time doing anything like this, so I am extremely nervous, but also extremely excited. So, yeah.
No, we will do no nefarious things at all. I promise that everything will be fine and everyone will be happy at the end of it. Welcome, Tadpole Milk. We are glad to see you. We have raided into Tadpole Milk from this channel about 100 times now, so for you who are in the classroom, you'll probably recognize the name. Excellent. How about you, Small Cats? Who are you? What do you do?
Hello, yes, am small, am kitty. I stream primarily Minecraft. My pronouns are she, they, and occasionally other things, but mostly I just do crime.
A great thing to admit on the internet where we are live. Amazing. Well, I'm very glad to have you here on the Academy grounds, though I would hope that you perhaps refrained from doing too much crime until we get into the game.
I cannot
Amazing.
promise anything.
Oh, boy. And Misty, would you be so kind? Who are you? What do you do?
Misty Joy the 11th, she, they pronouns. I mostly do a lot of variety streaming on Twitch, so lots of Minecraft, arts and crafts, just chatting, random games that are normally cozy. And I focus on positivity and self-care.
Excellent. 2 things that are, well, I mean, it depends on how the story goes. You might not need too much of either of those, but let's be honest, anyone who has seen me be a storyteller at any table knows that the trauma is coming. So, with all of that on the table then, I'm going to give a little brief overview of the game that we are playing. The game is called Crafted. It is a Powered by the Apocalypse game that was, Powered by the Apocalypse, you guys know it. We used that system, well, its derivative Monster of the Week, to play Ghosts of the Archive here some months ago. So you'll be familiar with that system if you watched the 4-shot that happened then. This is the beginning of another 4-shot that is very similar. It uses a 2d6 system, so you will see a lot of 2d6 rolls happening. If anyone in the classroom has any questions about the game or how it works or anything, I am the one running the game, and Rubix is the one who made it. So I'm sure questions can be answered if they are submitted in the appropriate way.
We'll see. Yeah.
Absolutely.
I remember
With
what's
all of
going on.
that on the table, then, my dear four esteemed colleagues, do you have any other things to do before we start? Any announcements to make? Any protocols that you need to knock down?
Luther says hi.
Hello, Luther. Luther,
Hi,
by the way,
Luther.
is a cat. I am to understand?
Yes. Yes.
Excellent.
I
He's
don't know where
joined
my
me.
cats are, but I can get them.
Okay, well, excellent. I appreciate that we've got cats along that are not small cats, though they may be cats that are also small. Who knows?
Yes, yes.
Wonderful. Then, let's begin. Last Saturday, you received a strange email. It came directly from the Minecraft.com domain, but the username was, well, it was off. High stakes game at Minecraft.com. The contents of the message were almost unreadable. A combination of glitched graphics and glitchy Zalgo text that made very little sense the first time you read it. But you could make out a couple details. Something about a brand new update, having to do with a kind of in-game quest line, where you could collect certain items to unlock a new area that ostensibly has a bunch of treasure, a new set of armor, and remarkably, 2 unique NPCs called Prisoner and Panoptica. Strangely, it uses the word NPC instead of mob, but, well, everything about this email has been strange. The text mentions that the new armor, called Wish Armor, has some truly incredible properties. Thinking that it was some kind of viral marketing or ARG, perhaps, you click on the link in the email to see what kind of stuff they're offering in the new, somewhat creepy update. When your Minecraft client opened up and showed a new server had been added to your multiplayer games, you paused for a moment at the title. Contest Server, Armor of Wishes 2024. Lexi, what does a day before your Minecraft streaming, or before your Minecraft games begin, look like for you?
Did you say it's a Saturday?
It is, yeah, last Saturday you received the email. Let's say that today is Thursday.
Okay, so I just got home from college, where I'm studying film. I've come home, I've been practicing speedruns, so starting a new world, practicing getting to the end as fast as I can, and I'm just chilling, trying to avoid my parents, really, in my bedroom.
It's a good place to be. Your personal history sort of leads you toward the direction of being more comfortable online than off. I wonder how relatable that is, everybody.
Mhm.
Looks directly into the
yeah.
mirror. And when you opened up your Minecraft client, that email sort of springs back to your mind. The multiplayer client, rather the server, is there in your multiplayer server list. You have a couple others as well, maybe one that you haven't gone so often to, but it was one of the ones that you had seen on like a Reddit post where people could go in and, you know, do community builds, but you found that it was a little too hectic, too many griefers, that kind of thing. There was another one that you had been invited to by a few other people from your college that had sort of made the implication that they were going to do a lot more in it, but as is the case with many like non-organized servers, it died very quickly. But those 2 servers have 0 connectivity next to them. The only server that's got any bars next to it is the contest server, Armor of Wishes. What would you like to do?
I'll join the server.
2 clicks, and a new world begins to generate. Which is strange. That's not supposed to happen when you... Small. What do you do before you stream, or rather, before you play Minecraft? What kind of rituals might you have? Are you a sort of brew a cup of tea and sit down person, or are you a stumble into the house, kick your shoes off, and already be on the server type person?
I probably get home. I absolutely shed items as I walk through the house. Shoes in one place, coat in one place, backpack in another place. Just a tornado of ADHD arriving back to their house. I probably make food and like my 8th cup of coffee for the day, and then I go up to my office and open like 80 applications and tabs on my computer, because at this point I'm never just playing Minecraft to play Minecraft. I am probably recording or editing at the same time, and also modding someone's stream at the same time. And it takes me like 40 minutes to actually get to where I might be just playing a game.
Your microwave beeps for the 3rd time with the quesadilla that you put in there screaming for attention. When you go back down to your kitchen to grab the thing to just shut the microwave up at least, you trip over one of the shoes. The other one is somewhat near the shoe rack that you have. There are no shoes on it, of course. When you get back up to your computer, you have your... Well, in order to immerse a little bit closer into the world, you open up your Jingle streams. It's not Twitch, obviously. Jingle is the thing that people use these days. You have your own account open in one. You've got a stream that you would normally moderate open in the other. It looks like maybe they're running late on starting their stream today, so you may have an extra couple minutes of free time before you have to start looking out for bot raids and people making inappropriate jokes. What were you going to stream today?
I was probably going to stream Minecraft building my giant kraken.
Ah, yes, the Kraken. You've gotten some attention for that one, actually. There was a post on TikTok about somebody, or rather from somebody, who had sort of like taken a screenshot of your giant Kraken build from your Jingle stream and set it next to like an old Japanese ukiyo-e style painting and said like a bunch of sort of mildly critical stuff about it, like, if you really wanted to make it like a good Kraken, then you do these sorts of things. His video got about 200 views. You routinely have 200 viewers in your stream, so it doesn't bother you to the slightest. But when you open up your client, the little icon next to the multiplayer button lights up, and you remember again, right, I got that email. It added a server to my list there. And almost automatically you find yourself having clicked on the list. Do you do lots of other multiplayer servers?
Yeah, a good number. Like 3.
Normally when you open that list up, you have quite a few servers there. But for some reason, all of them seem to be gone. Your list consists of a single server now. And that's strange, because normally there's a bunch of bustling servers that you're a part of. I mean, there's like Halcyon Lowlands, there's the Green World, there's plenty of them that you've got presence in. So why is it that only this one, contest server Armor of Wishes, is active? 2 clicks, and it begins generating a new world. Tim,
Yes.
you have been told by a few people on social media that there is a rumored best player award that is going to be given out at the streamer awards at the end of this year. And it's got a different category for a few different genres. There's like crafting survival games, there's platformers, and there's RPG style games. Would you find yourself interested in receiving that kind of award at the Streamer Awards for Best Minecraft Player?
Oh, yes. I live for victory and being number one.
I would say that you've probably got a little collection of other bests already under your belt, haven't you?
So many. I'm running out of shelf space at this point.
There was a convention that happened a few months back, Mine Conference, that had a couple sort of like multiplayer PvP style events. You came out on top in 2 out of the 3. The third one you only didn't because there was some sort of like garbage connection issue, and that's why you failed the spleef round.
Yeah, I didn't fail. It was a glitch. So that's not a fail.
No, certainly not. Which is why when you came out second place, it was annoying. But it can be blamed on the tech. It wasn't you.
Right.
You know that a rival of yours has been trying to beat some of your records recently. Dr. Blaze Master is his handle on Jingle. And when you sit down and open up your web browser, his page is still up. And he's just started stream a few minutes ago. All right, everybody. Yeah. Check it out. Today we're gonna be streaming something brand new. We're going in for a contest server. This is for something called Armor of Wishes. And I'll tell you what, no one coming out on top of this but the Doctor. And then you see him like lean close to his camera and point his finger at it. And he goes, "That includes you, Teary Tim. I will see you at the bottom of the list." And then the intro to his stream rolls. It's like a bunch of clips of him doing cool stuff in the Nether. You gonna take that?
But we all know that he uses hacks and cheats. It's not real. It's all fake. It's been debunked. I'm the best. I'm always going to be the best. Nobody can even come close.
Those are some big accusations. But if he's logging onto that server, then he must have also gotten that weird email. You have access to that server as well, and you almost instinctively open up your multiplayer menu, and you see that right on top, above all the other strangely grayed out, but you don't care about that right now, servers, you see that name of the server, Armor of Wishes 2024. If Dr. Blazemaster is going to be there, you're going to be there too. 2 clicks, and it begins to generate a world. Z Bungie. What kind of environment is your desk in? Do you keep it relatively tidy, or is it kind of a mess?
So Z keeps their desk very tidy, but there'll be like a stack of dishes from different snack pastries that they've ate while playing. And maybe like a couple of empty cups, but then like the rest of the desk is immaculate.
It's a good way to
no
be.
clutter.
It's certainly a very good way to be. There are quite a few like little remnants that would remind you of a pastry. This one has a little smear of like apple jam left over. There's a tiny crumb of like chocolate croissant on the other. What are you eating today?
Today we just have macadamia white chocolate cookies.
Woohoo. An excellent choice. Macadamia white chocolate cookies. Remind me, Z, are you also a content creator?
No. I like to play just to kind of relax and unwind and just be at home with all of my friends.
Yeah, it's somewhat strange that that's the way that it is. Because a couple of your friends told you about this email that they got inviting them to a contest. One of your decent friends, Zambo, who runs a whole bunch of like Minecraft roleplay servers and such, had mentioned that she had gotten this kind of weird email and was very excited for being able to stream like an official contest. Then there is Luca, or well, Luca 957291. They weren't super interested in getting a unique username on Minecraft, but everyone knows that name from Hex Anvil, the most popular Minecraft modding website on the internet. They are the like cutting edge leader for putting out new quality of life mods, mini maps, sorting algorithms, graphical upgrades, and that kind of business. And both of them have mentioned that they got that email. It makes sense, those two are content creators. Luca, of course, doesn't stream much, but they do put up videos constantly about the new mods that they're making. And, well, Zambo, or Z3, as she calls herself, I mean, she's streaming on Jingle all the time. It makes sense that those two would get this invitation. But you got it too. That's strange. It's sitting there at the top of your multiplayer list, and you can see that there are a few players logged on. 3, 4, 5 now. When you look over to your discourse, you see that 3Z's username is active, and underneath it, it says streaming Minecraft. It stands to reason that they might have logged into this server. You're curious now. What kind of contest is it? 2 clicks. The world begins around you. It's different from what you normally expect. There are, like, normally the world is already created by the time that you get onto a multiplayer server, but you see that very peculiar square show up when it's generating a new world. It starts with the gray growing around a little box of green. When the chunks finally load, you seem to notice that things are a little different. It looks like a normal Minecraft world, sure. Cows, bees, sheep, grass, flowers, clouds. But you can see your hands. And those look real, like articulated joints, skin, fingerprints, even down to the little freckle that you might have on the base of your thumb. In fact, you can see your feet, your body, the clothes that you are wearing. When you turn your head, your field of vision moves as well. You are not holding a mouse and a keyboard. Lexi, Small, Tim, and Z. You find yourselves standing in a bright green field. There are, hang on, let's move the map. You want to move there? Thank you. There are dots of flowers here and there, a couple bodies of water nearby. Off in the distance, you can see one of those peculiar little, like, surface level lava pools. Seems completely normal. And when you look around, you see that there are other Minecraft players. Do any of you already know each other? Lexi, do you know Tim?
I do not know Tim. No.
You might know of Tim if you have followed any of
True.
the sort of like social media that surrounds competitive Minecraft. You're a speedrunner. You've seen a couple of their records before.
Yeah.
So when you see Teary Tim above one of those avatars, you may not know them personally, but you recognize that name. Z, do you know Smol?
I think that Z watches occasionally, but maybe just lurks.
Small
That makes
vaguely
sense.
recognizes that username from their like user list when they stream, but they don't really chat.
That makes sense. Yeah, Smol Cats, when you look over, you can see a couple names that you do recognize. There's Bun0G, that's the person who comes to your stream but doesn't chat. Maybe at one point you might have even thought that they were a bot, but it didn't seem like it.
And then
There are
I
a few
think I
others.
recognize like Teary Tim from like the content creation scene, since he's like a competitive person who plays the game.
Absolutely. Tim, you and Smol have met before. Perhaps in person or perhaps on a server. How do you know
Yes.
Smol?
We met on a server, and basically I taught Small everything Small knows. So I mean, I'm just that good. But I am also that generous, so.
Small has a different opinion of that interaction.
I can only imagine, yeah. In Tim's mind, Tim taught Smol everything that Smol knows. In Smol's mind, things might be slightly different from how that went down. But nevertheless, the two of you are familiar with each other.
Yes.
And Lexi, you probably also know Smol.
Yeah.
How have you met?
I hang out in her streams all the time.
Yeah, Lexi
Are you
is
a
one of
vocal
my
chatter?
VIPs.
I'm a
Excellent.
VIP. Wow.
Excellent. Wonderful. So there are a few recognizable names. There is also, somewhere nearby, Dr. Blaze Master. His orange hair and white doctor's coat looking pretty recognizable, if it were not for the fact that you could hear his voice from 1,000 blocks away. All right, everybody, we're just about to get ourselves started. Let's get hype in the chat. You also see Zambo, 3Z, the role-playing VTuber, with her sort of adventurer's armor-looking skin. She is sort of standing a little off to the side, keeping track of who is here. You can see the head kind of going back and forth, like locking eyes on one username, and then the next, and then the next. And you also see Luca 957291, or just Luca. They're It seems like their skin was randomly generated. They're a modder, they're not an artist. In any case, there are several other names that you don't recognize right off the bat as well, or at least not all of you. But there's one that everybody knows, and that is Star Seeker Amelia. Amelia posts on YTube at least twice a day. And she is the type of person who makes the like wild tinfoil hat type videos, where she talks about how like Dinnerbone is actually a ghost that will come and haunt your graphics card if you do a specific thing at midnight. She's convinced that her videos are lore videos, but anyone who watches them can pick them apart from lore, and they lean more toward, let us generously call it, fan fiction. She went viral last summer when she made a video claiming that she found evidence of the famous creepypasta Steve Drowned in the files for her game. When she opened up the .jar file, there was a JPEG of like a Minecraft Steve with black eyes and watery face, and it was obviously horribly photoshopped. One by one, several more players begin to log into the world and just kind of boop, beep, bop into places. And you get a quick count of about 32 of you. As soon as the 32nd person logs in, the sky immediately turns to midnight, the full moon directly overhead. And a woman in a red skin that is meant to look like a very elegant dress sort of materializes above the crowd. Welcome to the Armor of Wishes server. All of you have been specifically chosen and invited to participate in a high-stakes game of elimination, where only one player will be worthy of receiving the final prize. Players will be eliminated in a series of rounds, where you will receive challenges to pursue and complete. Only the very best will achieve the ultimate goal, the Armor of Wishes. This unique, one-of-a-kind armor set holds the power to grant the wearers one single wish. The first round will begin soon. In this challenge, you have been randomly assigned to a group of 4 players. Your goal is to enter the Garden of Tranquil Whispers and retrieve 3 special flowers and place them on the statue at the entrance. Should you present a flower that is incorrect to the statue, your group will be eliminated. The round ends when either only 4 groups remain, or when the first 4 groups successfully retrieve the correct flowers. She hovers in the air for just a moment, and there's a murmur that kind of comes over the crowd of 32. You hear immediately Dr. Blazemaster as he steps forward, and it's strange now that you're thinking about it. Why can you hear his voice? Does this server have proximity chat built into it? Strange. But Dr. Blazemaster steps forward. Only the best, huh? Well, everyone knows who's gonna be getting it! Hype in the chat! And he turns around to face backwards, and you see his skin bring both arms up as if to sort of call for an audience. But the only audience that's there are the other 31 of you. What would you like to do?
I think Small is gonna say like, why do I have hands? Because we should be playing Minecraft and I shouldn't have hands. This is very upsetting.
It is actually pretty upsetting now that you're sort of like accustomed to the idea that you are in fact in a Minecraft server. And you do have hands. There is a murmur of assent as a couple people nearby are like, yeah, this is extremely weird. What's going on? Yeah, I've also, like, is this a new, like, weird VR thing? Cause, like, I didn't boot it in VR, I just booted it like normal. Yeah, no, I totally also was trying and it's weird, right? The woman in the red dress sort of, one hand raises and she says, this is an experience like no other. For this update, you have been introduced to the cutting-edge technology of the brand new Minecraft servers. You may feel like everything is a little more real. And she goes silent again. After a moment, you see in your, like the lower left corner of your vision, a little pop-up shows up. It seems to be a group chat menu, and 4 names appear in the chat. It's Gender Pending 6, Small Cats with 2 Z's, Teary Tim, and Bun_0_G. The 4 of you have apparently been assigned to a team. Some of you know each other already. Some of you know of each other. The woman then sort of floats down and lands on like the top of a little ridge. She says, "The round will begin in 15 minutes. Please make your preparations." And as she gestures to one side, a humongous dome-like structure seems to raise out of the ground behind her. One of the most impressive feats of redstone engineering you have ever seen to bring up a building this size. It is enormous. The garden, a humongous dome-like structure built into what appears to be the side of a hill, has one entrance through a set of complex redstone-powered iron gates. Calming sounds of trickling water and gentle sort of wafting breezes give an air of serenity and peace within. And through the iron bars, you can see a lush gardenscape with flowers and plants of all kinds, arrayed in something of a labyrinthine path, with bees lazily flitting to and fro. And you see a timer appear above the door. 15 minutes. Please make your preparations. The 4 of you have been assigned to a team. What would you like to do?
Small is gonna run over to Lexi and be like, "Oh my gosh, Lexi, do you know what's going on? How did we get here? I want to leave. How do I disconnect with the server? I want to go home. Also, do you think the lava in here is gonna hurt me? Because I want to go kind of try to taste it because it looks yummy."
I wouldn't risk touching the lava. That seems like a pretty bad idea.
But it's a
we're gonna
game, right?
Yeah, but we're gonna need all the health that we can get if we're gonna get to the center of the garden or whatever it was.
Are we gonna go do that, or are we gonna try to leave?
I mean, I'm gonna go and do that. I'm gonna do this
I don't
the
know.
fastest way I possibly can. I don't know about you.
I think
I
we
don't know. A
have to win to
suspicious
get
lady
out.
in a red dress, like telling me what to do. That sounds cultish.
Yeah, I mean, who even is she? To be fair.
Yeah.
But if we when we win, we'll get out.
Didn't they
That
say
was
like
not
only
promised.
only one person can get the armor right as well? And
Yeah,
that's
so,
four.
like-
That seems inherently flawed. This is like a
Well,
Hunger Games situation.
We'll worry about that when I win.
Yeah, okay.
I love you, Tim.
Tim and my character are gonna have beef. I'm calling it now.
Oh, this
You
is
have a-
incredible
you-
already.
You have a lot more to learn. It's fine.
Oh my god.
It's
My God.
It's
Small is
perfectly normal
currently-
to be jealous. It's perfectly normal. It's part of the
Small
training.
is
It's fine.
currently radiating the feminine rage of like a woman dealing with a man mansplaining in their direction, and it's just physically palpable. You could literally like cut it with a knife, and everyone notices but Tim. I feel like.
Yeah.
You're 100% correct because I'm just too great. I'm just too amazing to notice anything like that.
Oh my goodness.
Oh.
This is all happening. Can Z sort of be looking around and trying to make sure that, like, I mean, it's midnight. Is anything spawning? Is there, like, what's going on around us other than a bunch of players teaming up?
That seems like you are trying to observe your surroundings. Would you kindly roll plus spectator for me? You can select your token, and in the upper left-hand corner, the little menu should show up.
I got it.
Excellent. Oh boy, a 5 is... It's disorienting, because everyone else looks like a Minecraft character, complete down to the 90-degree angles at the end of their arms. But you have fully articulating hands that look literally exactly like your real hands. And, like, you didn't put on, like, a VR headset or some kind of fancy glasses or anything. You just double-clicked on the server name. So... you might be a little bit distracted looking around right now. You don't...
So, like,
Go on.
Z uses, like, the quality of life mods and, like, cannot figure out how to turn off the gamma.
Though this actually comes to a good point. How many of you run mods on your Minecraft servers? Or rather, your Minecraft instances?
I have every single one of Luca's mods.
Excellent.
I have a few of them just for like making a few things like a little more easy for content creation.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I'm not allowed. I run pure vanilla. I don't want my runs to get cancelled.
Excellent. And Tim, what about you?
I'm so good. I don't need mods. I just, I don't need. They just get in the way, basically.
Amazing.
My raw skill at the game is almost too much for most servers to handle.
Oh, 10 out of 10. I love this. Okay, so then Z and Small, the two of you note right off the bat that when you look to the upper right corner where you should have a mini-map, that, like, you can see it kind of just in your peripheral vision, but it's just a big black circle with your player dot in the center. Your coordinates are there, but they're all set to 0. X0, Y0, Z0. And that can't be right. So it seems like maybe this version, like this update, perhaps Luca has not gotten their hands on it yet to be able to make the mod available for it. Which is understandable. This did apparently just come out. But nevertheless, it takes maybe a minute or so of reconciling with the idea that whatever this new tech is, it's apparently so high tech that it can kind of broadcast the game directly into your head. It's awkward. Maybe you'll get used to it. The timer above the door says 13 minutes and 30 seconds. Z, you don't really see any, like, odd spawns or anything. Like, there's some chickens, there's some cows, there's some pigs, but there are no hostile mobs. Not that you see, at least.
Can we try to, like, do any of the base Minecraft progression? Like, can I go punch a tree?
Yeah, 6 or 7 punches. Like, you go up and wrap your knuckles on it, and you feel the wood tapping your hand. But just tapping a couple times, the block of wood that you're tapping on, the texture begins to change with the cracks, as though you are mining it.
Thing.
Do we have
Like,
hunger bars like regular Minecraft?
You don't see any health, hunger, or EXP bars.
Okay.
Did my cookie come with me?
That feels like... That feels like a yes. I feel like in your
Oh,
left
yeah.
hand, you still have a white chocolate macadamia cookie, but holding it in your hand, you see your real fingers holding a 2D texture of a Minecraft cookie.
Fantastic. Can I like split it up and give it to my new teammates and like introduce myself as I hand it to everyone?
Yeah, that's possible. You're not sure, like, when you go to break the cookie apart, when you pull it apart, it's two of the same, like, the same texture, but just slightly smaller.
Duping hacks.
Amazing. Misty, how do you introduce yourself? Or rather, sorry, not Misty. Z. How do you introduce yourself?
Yeah, so I'm gonna take my 4 mini cookies and go up to all of the teammates and just be like, "Hello, I'm Z. Have a macadamia cookie," and just pass them along. And I introduce myself as Zero. Hi, I'm Zero.
Excellent. The
I
other
feel like
3 of you do
seen
see
your name
this.
before.
Yeah, I hang out in your streams sometimes, but you know, you're really cool. So I don't always say
Yeah.
hi.
You're cool. Thank you for the cookie.
You're
That's
welcome.
adorable. Excellent. Wonderful. Small, you have a block of wood.
Can I... Wait, do I have a singular block of wood? I only got 1 log from the tree?
I mean, the rest of the tree is still there. You've taken 1 block of it.
Oh, okay, so standard Minecraft physics do apply. There is a floating tree and a log attached to the ground.
Yes.
I cannot tolerate this, and I punch down the rest of the tree. That is illegal. It is a crime. Floating trees are sacrilege.
Oh, you didn't remember your training. You could have made a wooden axe and taken it down so much faster, but that's fine.
You know that you could go make an axe, Tim, if you feel inclined. I got this.
Yes, you slowly do have this.
Oh, amazing.
There's a lava pool over there. I bet you could fall into. Or I mean, I bet you could make a portal with.
You're right. As soon as we
Oh,
get some iron,
jeez.
we'll make a portal.
Oh, you need iron?
The lady mentioned statues and flowers to coordinate with the statues.
Yes, she did say that.
Can we look around and see if there's statues?
There are a couple statues on the outside of the garden gates. They're, low poly, sort of like 2x2 kind of structures. But on the inside of the garden gate, there is one relatively, like, well-built gold block statue with, it's maybe 25 blocks tall or so. It looks like as much of a humanoid form as a 25 block tall statue can. And its 2 sort of blocky arms holding out in front of it end in some iron plates. The timer above the door reads 10 minutes and 6 seconds.
I think Small's maybe gonna go over to Lexi because Small knows Lexi really well. Lexi's a
Mhm.
VP in her chat and be like, hey, Zero seems cool. Tim is Tim. Uh should we do something? Like, do we need to go over there? Like, should we make a plan? Like, I'm just trying to talk to the only person I really know or like feel comfortable with and be like, what do we do?
Mm.
Help
I,
me.
I, I guess we should probably gear up. Maybe that. I mean, you've got that wood, right?
Yeah, I did punch that
Can
tree.
you craft a crafting table? How does that work? Can you?
I uh
We don't. I
that's a
can't
really
see
good
my
question.
inventory. Let's find out. I guess.
Yeah, I guess I'm gonna try to craft a crafting table.
For about 15 seconds, you hold one of these blocks in your hand, like flipping it side to side and looking at it. And you sort of, with your hands on either side of it, pull it apart, and it becomes 4 planks.
This is trippy. I
I don't like
I
this.
am not well. I'm gonna try to take the 4 planks and squish them back together
Yeah,
into a
just
square to
squish
make a
real good.
crafting table,
Mm.
I think.
The
Yeah.
moment that you squish the 4 of them together, in your hand forms a crafting table, as though you had dropped it from your inventory like an entity. It's maybe 6 inches across or so, and it sort of sits in your hand, feels like wood.
I'm gonna place it on the ground, I guess. No, I'm gonna throw it like a Pokeball and yell, "Crafting table!"
It's like hits my shin. Just like-
Yeah.
Just Lexi, this like
Gotta be
wood
fast.
this wood cube kind of plonk plonk tumbles on the ground, bonks into your shin, and then as soon as it lands with the correct orientation upward, it thump, takes the shape of a 1 meter by 1 meter by 1 meter crafting table, complete with like tools and stuff sitting on it. There's like a little hammer, a pair of pliers, like a rasp, like a strop of leather. There's actual tools on this thing. It's not just a texture.
Can I like take the pliers off?
Yeah, you pick them up. They are in your hand. They
Right.
feel about as heavy as a pair of pliers should, except for they're made of pixels.
That's neat. This is really weird.
Small is just sort of staring and like kind of like with great trepidation, like hands Lexi the other logs that I punched and is like, can we make tools? I don't understand.
I guess, yeah. What first? I guess a pickaxe? I don't know.
Yeah, I guess. So we can we mine
Oh,
stone? Is that the thing?
we should try. Yeah.
Using the same methodology that you have accidentally stumbled across, Small, you manage to split the wood blocks into planks and sticks and those derivatives of the wood blocks, and you are able to make a wood pickaxe. As soon as you set the 3 planks and 2 sticks on the crafting table in the familiar shape that you would expect, it blinks like a kind of bluish glow for a moment, and then instead of those individual blocks, there's a pickaxe. If this weren't so incredible, it would be infuriating.
I think Small is gonna yell to Zero and Tim like, "Hey, punch some more trees. Like let's get some tools. It works just like Minecraft. This is super weird. I don't know what's going on." I'm gonna kind of scurry off. I'm freaked out.
All right.
Are there more trees to punch?
Yeah, there's a couple more. You see that a bunch of the other players have all started like scattering off and like grabbing bits of the trees, and like someone has punched a cow a few times until it turned into some leather and some meat. Like from your eyes, the other people are playing Minecraft, but when you do it, it's so weird. Nevertheless, you are able to gather a considerable amount of wood blocks. The wood pickaxe does indeed find purchase in a couple of the exposed stone blocks as well, and you get a couple of those too. What kind of basic tools would each of you like to bring with you?
I'd like to bring a stone axe, pickaxe, and a shovel.
So, Small, which one do you make first?
The stone pick.
All right. The three cobblestone and 2 sticks fuse into a pickaxe, and you reach down to pick it up, and it weighs about 15 pounds.
I should work out more.
I tried telling you.
Yeah, okay, Tim. Sure.
You also note that you're not quite sure how to put things into an inventory. You have the pockets that were on the clothes that you are wearing, and you have what appears to be like a small backpack that can fit things that would fit into that backpack. But like those wood blocks, you had to carry them like you were carrying boxes.
Can I...
Interesting.
Okay, this is kind of goofy. I'm gonna throw all my items on the ground, like 2 feet ahead of me, and I'm just gonna walk up to them and imagine them just zooping into my body and disappearing.
So you toss all of your things onto the ground, and they make the kind of thunk, thunk, thunk sounds of items hitting the ground. And they don't turn into the entities. And so you walk forward and you bonk your toe on the tip of your stone pickaxe, and you feel it on your toe. They don't go anywhere except for a couple inches from where you kicked the thing.
Okay, so it doesn't work like that. I'm gonna take one of the planks. I'm gonna try to shove it in the backpack.
Okay, the wood plank that you pick up is about a meter long or so, and you shove about 10 inches of it or so into the bag before you find that the bag can only contain about as much as the bag should contain physically. It seems that once an item exists, it actually exists, and you have to carry it.
Can I search my person for my recipe book?
What a clever thing to look for. Misty, you... Sorry, I will continue to... I will get this eventually. Zero, you pat yourself down for a moment, and on your left hip, you find that there is a little sheaf of paper. And when you pull it off of your hip, you see that it is a book entitled Recipes. It's got a green cover. And when you open it up, you see that a lot of the pages are blank. You've got a couple recipes already. Things like the crafting table, basic tools, and such. But it seems like maybe you either haven't discovered or haven't found very much else.
If I flip through it, is there anything else, or just
Z, why
speed
don't
read through the pages?
Why don't you tell me if there's something that you're looking for specifically, and maybe there will be luck.
I think I'm looking for a backpack or a carrying device, maybe a fishing rod.
I'll tell you what, go ahead and observe your surroundings. Go ahead and roll me Spectator, please.
It's a 9.
Hey, 9 is not bad. You can ask me a question from the list of questions that are on the Observe Your Surroundings list, which I will post in the Roll20 chat right there. You can also ask a sort of specific question with relation to this specific scene, and I will tell you what it is. So you can choose one of those, or you can ask, is there a thing specifically?
What's like on the ground around me that I could use here?
So the question then is, what can I use here? Your recipe book seems to be empty. Each page has like a 3x3 diagram on it, and most of the diagrams are empty. But when you're flipping through it, you do find that there is a recipe for a leather pouch that requires 3 leather and 1 string. And you see that there is a single piece of leather left over from one of the cows that got punched by one of the other players.
I'd like to grab the leather and then, hey y'all, there's a pouch we can make. We need string and cows.
Can I craft a sword and go get some cows?
Yes, absolutely easy. Your sword is a stone sword. It has strength 2.
Nice.
Heading out, there are a few other cows still left. You've got to go maybe 25 or 30 blocks in a direction before you get to the area that has not been sort of picked over and scoured by the other players. But you do find a cow. Go ahead and attack something for me. Roll survival, please. Excellent. It is a 9, which is a mixed success. Let's see here. The first thing that you notice is that when you swing your sword and hit this cow, it feels like you are using a physical object to hit a physical thing. And it kind of like shocks through your wrists, for one. You do 2 damage to the cow, and it kind of jumps up in the air. In addition, since it's a mixed success, you have to choose one of the 2 options for your consequence. Either thorns or thrown off. Which I have posted in the Roll20.
Thrown off.
Excellent. You boom, and it kind of like reverbs back into your hands a little bit, and you find your grip has slipped a little bit on it because you weren't really expecting to feel the impact. And the sword kind of clatters from your hands onto the earth. The cow, however, having jumped a little bit when you hit it, falls off of a little ledge and takes fall damage at the bottom and dies. It gives you 2 pieces of leather and 1 raw steak.
Winning.
I dare Tim to eat the raw steak.
Eats the raw steak.
So you pick this steak...
while maintaining eye contact. Tim eats the raw steak.
Jeez. When you pick the steak up, it is pixels. It is like it's a 3-dimensional little pixelated steak in your hand. When you open your mouth and bite it, you taste raw meat.
Mm-hmm.
It's a little awkward,
Victory.
but you've been
Victory.
challenged. There's no way for
Right.
you to back down from that. And like, Small, watching this happen, you hear the sounds of raw meat being like eaten by teeth, but well, what you are watching is him hold the steak up next to his face, and the little particles come off of it until he's finished eating, and then it's gone.
I think Small is like, okay, so food is weird, but I'm kind of just like mentally filing away the fact that because Tim is Tim, I can probably dare him to do just about anything. Like, as a
And Tim-
character,
and
as a
Tim- and-
person, in my head, I'm just like, Tim is something.
Tim will
And I
win.
think this will come in handy later.
Tim will
Amazing.
do the thing and win.
Yeah. I'm just
Resource
sort of
management.
mentally filing. Resource management. Yes, yes.
We only have so
Others.
much room to carry stuff. I had to eat it anyway, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, you're right. It was totally your idea.
It's a win.
Amazing. Very good. The timer above the door reads 4 minutes and 21 seconds. Are there any other preparations that you would like to do?
What else do we need to craft the pouch?
A piece of
String.
string.
Are there any spiders around?
At this point, there are no spiders. The only mobs that you see are the passive ones that were there when it was daytime. But, Tim, it seems like you're looking around pretty well. Do you want to observe your surroundings for me and roll spectator?
Yes.
Hey, an 8 is not bad. So you can ask one of those questions from that list that's a little bit further up there, if you would like.
What can I use here?
It's a good question. Hey, Tim, do you wear a hoodie in real life?
Yes.
As you're looking around, you don't see any, like, spiders or spider webs or anything, and you kind of, like, run your hands through your hair, like, when you're looking, and your thumb grazes the string on your hoodie. Maybe that would work.
Yeah. Let's use this. Let's try to use a string on the hoodie for the pouch.
You grab the string and pull it off of the hoodie, and instantly in your hand it becomes a piece of string.
Winning.
With enough materials to craft the pouch, it is very simple. It's like a V shape of the 3 leathers and then a string on the top, making a kind of diamond shape. And as soon as those hit the table, the flash happens and a fancy-looking embossed leather pouch with a string closure at the top sits on the crafting table.
I want to open it up so that Small can put all of the wood inside of it.
You pull it open, and on the inside you see blackness. You don't see the bottom of the pouch like you can your backpack. You just see blackness. And when you put a couple of the items inside, they disappear inside. And you see on the like, looking through the top of the pouch, you see these like tiny little miniaturized versions of those items. So there's some wood blocks, some planks, some sticks. What other resources do you want to put in here?
Small wants to try to climb into the bag of holding.
All right.
Same intrusive thought.
No, this could work.
This
could work.
This character is 100% intrusive thoughts are going to win.
But this is brilliant. This is small straining because if one person wins, they can carry the other people in the pouch to victory.
True.
Small,
Can I put Tim in the pouch? No, I'm sorry. I want to get in the pouch.
When you pull the pouch open and put your fingers inside, you feel the bottom of a pouch a few inches in, and you feel little tiny like cubes brushing against your fingers. It seems like
Dang.
you don't count as an item.
I'm gonna
Okay.
pick up a chicken and try and put it in the pouch.
Okay, yeah. Hey, Lexi, do you want to... Trying to catch a chicken is going to be a little bit of a chore. Do you want to
Okay,
try to
yeah.
react quickly for me, maybe?
Sure. There you go. Ah! God damn.
Excellent. So, Lexi, you kind of like stalk up behind a chicken and then dive down to try to grab it, and what you get is a handful of broken egg all over your fingers. The chicken runs away.
The sensory nightmare.
Yeah, no, that's awful. I like wipe
The
it
timer
down on my
above
jeans.
the gate reads 1 minute. And at that point, the lady in the red dress speaks one more time. As an additional challenge, 2 Panoptica will be released 1 hour into the round, and they will roam the garden. If a player is eliminated by a Panoptica, that player's group will also be eliminated.
What's a panoptica?
And she waves her hand, and behind her, in the air, standing as tall as an iron golem and then half again, with dark metal armor etched in eye patterns, a mob appears. Across its body, several glowing eyes pulse through a sort of shimmering glow that makes it look like the armor he's wearing is enchanted. They seem to slide and shift along the creature's body, and the eyes never stay in the same spot. And then, it's gone.
Well, that was unsettling.
Hmm.
I hate
You
it.
have 30 seconds.
Before we run out
maybe-
of time, can I make a boat and an axe, a wood axe?
Absolutely. So each of you now can, in the notes for your character, keep track of the basic items that you have started with. However, the boat weighs about 30 pounds and is about as big as you. And it doesn't seem to fit inside the pouch.
Maybe we should leave the boat if we can't put it in the pouch and just go up to this scary door, because it seems like we don't have another option.
I think the strat was to take the boat and maybe capture a Panoptica in it, if I'm not mistaken.
That's a shout.
So if we make 2 boats, 2 people carry a boat, at least just
Yeah.
throw them down in there.
Tim, you can carry the boat, right?
Well, I could probably carry both boats if you want, but I
Yeah, I
Yeah, I
dare
think
you.
you should carry
I
both
mean,
boats.
Yeah.
I guess I could put my sword in my mouth and just do that. It's fine.
Yeah, I mean, you're so good at Minecraft that I feel like you could definitely carry actually all of our stuff and the boats.
Probably. I
And,
mean,
Yeah,
you
you're a
know.
big strong man. You could
I
do
do
it.
train. I
Yeah.
do train nonstop to win.
Yeah.
He's strong.
Strongest.
Oh, goodness. All right.
Sure.
I'm gonna
Let's-
start walking towards the door.
Excellent. Through the trial and error, you find that the pouch can accept resource blocks and other like naturally occurring items, things like sticks and planks and that kind of business. But anything that is crafted does not fit in the block in the pouch.
Well,
So with
so
that, go
we
on.
can put the
sorry.
ingredients for a boat in.
Right.
okay, that's what I was gonna ask.
Yeah,
So
that you can do.
I can carry the boats just in pouch form. See, told you, winning.
Amazing. All right, so I'm going to make a note. Of wood blocks, they are spruce. You have 16 wood blocks that you have
Wood
in
blocks,
the.
you mean logs?
Like logs
Correct,
or
yeah.
planks.
Yeah, logs are
logs.
planks. That's very important.
So 16
Good.
logs. Are there any other resource blocks that you'd like to bring in with you?
We
I
should
think we
probably-
mine some cobble probably and some
cobble.
yeah,
dirt.
yeah.
Cobblestone sounds good, yeah. With the time allotted and having used some of it, you've got 10 cobblestone left in your collection there. And you have time to choose one more block.
Do we have time to kill a couple sheep for some wool? Like, can I go over and bonk a sheep on the head?
There's about 8 seconds left on the clock. Do you want to try?
Yeah, I'll try for a quick action.
Okay, go for it then, and let's roll attack something. Go ahead and let's do survival for me, please.
That's 2d6 plus. Sorry.
2d6 plus survival, but you can just select your token, and then in the upper left-hand corner, there should be a button that says survival.
I typed it. I just rolled it then.
Well, excellent. 10 is very good for that one. Yeah, it's a hit. You, like, heft your sword, let's say?
Mm-hmm.
Stone sword. You heft your stone sword, dash over, and, like, do a little jump and critical hit it down as it goes down, and it turns into a piece of raw mutton and 2 blocks of wool. Have you ever, like, used a meat tenderizer in real life?
Yes.
Yeah, it's that feeling. Extremely gross.
Yeah, that was gross, but I'm gonna pick up the stuff and, like, go back to the door and put it in the little bag of holding.
All right, excellent. Yeah, you've got 2 blocks of wool. They are gray wool. And then in addition, you've got 1 mutton. Great. Okay. The timer ticks down. 3, 2, 1. And then the doors, with some redstone sounds and some piston making, slide open to the sides. The garden, this humongous dome-like structure, invites you inside. Inside, about 15 steps in or so, there is this gold statue with iron plates for hands. And you wager that the whole structure is maybe 250 blocks in diameter. So about like 125 tall in the very center, and 250 across. A big circle sort. You and all of the other players pile inside as quickly as possible. And as soon as the last player goes inside, the gates close behind you. There is something about this place that feels spooky. It's lit by soul lanterns. There are a couple torches here and there, but the most of the light comes from that sort of weird ghostly blue fire from those peculiar lanterns. And you see, as most of the other players sort of scatter off in their groups of 4 into various passageways through the hedgerows and through the rows of roses and through little pathways that lead between things, you see that most of the directions you can go, the walls that make up those paths are about 5 blocks high or so. Welcome to the first round. Good luck. And from outside of the bars, the woman in the red dress shimmers and disappears. The 4 of you have now entered the garden, and you are on the path toward your first quest. The Garden of Tranquil Whispers. And it is right now that I think we should take our break. This is a little break right in the middle for everyone to be able to go to the bathroom, get food, get water, take medicine if that's something that you need to do and have not yet done. For those of you who are in the classroom, get tea, do all of that. How long of a break would we feel like? Minimum 5 minutes, maximum, let's say, how much? How do you guys feel?
I'm fine with 5 minutes. I just kind of want to talk to my chat a little bit and sort of explain a little bit of the premise for people who just came in.
Yeah,
Mhm.
absolutely. Then wonderful then. We will set a 5-minute timer, and then if everyone's not back by that point, we can certainly stall into chat and things. Does that sound good for everybody?
Yes.
Sounds good.
Sounds like a good plan.
All right then, let's go. Now then, let's get back to it, shall we? And there we go. We are back. Hello again, everybody. Thank you for coming back from break. I hope that everyone was able to get the stuff that they needed and do the things that were necessary to do during our little break there. For everyone who, my dear colleagues who are back, welcome back. I hope that your break was also good. We are rolling.
Was good.
Excellent, yeah. I'm glad that we were able to get that stuff done. But yeah, we're rolling. How you feeling so far, Tadpole? I know that this is your first TTRPG. There's been a lot of kind of exploration of concept, but how you feeling? How you doing?
Oh, it's good. Like, this is so good. I'm actually getting like goosebumps, like letting myself get immersed in the story. I'm loving it. I'm having such a good time.
Oh, excellent. I'm very happy for it. How about you, Small? How are you doing?
Great. I am very much enjoying this. I've been fielding a few questions from chat, just sort of about how the system works and like kind of what this is like. Explain that this is sort of like D&D, but not D&D. It's not like the complicated, like gotta add 12 ones onto your thing because you have a fancy pair of boots that makes your strength more, but
Phew,
similar-esque to D&D in the sense that we're role-playing and we're also rolling to determine outcomes, or at least help to indicate an outcome. But it's been really cool. I like it. You've done a lot of world building, and I really appreciate that. This is really cool. You and Rubik's have done amazing.
Rubik's work
Hello.
putting the system together is exceptional. They were telling me about this like quite a long time ago. It was just like, wouldn't it be cool if we made like a Minecraft hack of Monster of the Week? And then like 3 weeks later, they come over to my DMs and they were like, here's this entire document where I made the whole game.
I wrote most of it while I was on holiday. Like, I had nothing better to do, so I was like, I'll just, start typing and see what happens.
Excellent.
And then it got out of hand.
This
I
is
s-
incredible.
That's
Most
one of my
things I
favorite
do.
things about Rubik's is that you'll be like, we'll be talking about an idea, and then there's a Word document.
Yeah.
And off you go.
Well, and it's wild because like that Word document doesn't take time to show up. It just suddenly is there
Yeah.
and has like
Right.
14 pages of stuff in it.
It's called hyperfixation. Okay, like
Love
Rubik's joined Halcyon Heights in less than a week. We had a Word document explaining everything.
Oh,
you ever need a Word
incredible.
document made?
Yeah.
Oh,
Right.
amazing. I'm glad we're doing it. How are you feeling, Misty? You doing okay with it so far?
I'm good. I'm having a blast.
I'm glad
I got
to
more
hear
coffee.
it. Well, up until now, a lot of things have been an introduction to the world and an introduction to the concepts, but now that you guys are in quest mode, things are going to be a little bit more in your court. So, you can tell me the things that you want to do, the kind of places that you would like to go within this gigantic garden structure, and we'll see what we see from there. Are we ready to get back into it then?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Excellent. Moments ago, the doors slammed shut behind you. Your group of 4 stands near the entryway. The other groups seem to have scattered pretty quickly into the various paths and twists and winds that make up this amazing garden. You know you're looking for 3 special flowers. That's about all you know.
Can we observe our surroundings?
Absolutely. Go ahead and roll the observe your surroundings for me. That would be spectator.
We can all do this?
Let's do that one at a time first, so that we don't double up on any questions. So
I
whoever's
just
going
have to
first.
be like, how do I spell spectator?
Uh,
I got a 6.
It looks
Small-
like that isn't adding the
yeah,
modifier.
Small. I appreciate the work that you have done typing out the word spectator, but there is a macro for this thing. If you select your token on the right hand side, you see where you are down there, the blue on the outside of it. When you select that token, you should get a little menu of 4 buttons in the upper left-hand corner of your screen that say Adventure, Creative, Spectator, and Survival. Do you see those?
I'm gonna need more clarification.
Okay.
What do you mean by where?
Do you
On the
see the
screen.
4 icons that represent your 4 characters on the right side?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, that.
One of them is you. You can click that thing, right?
Oh, like open character?
No, just click on the, like, just normal left click it to select that thing, right?
Okay, and there's like a red, a green, and a blue button.
Correct, above that. Now, look on the complete upper left-hand corner of your whole screen,
Oh,
and there
I'm
should
really
be
dumb.
4 purple
I
buttons.
see
There
it.
we go.
I got
Excellent. That's what we were looking for. All right.
We got that.
We did it! I can
You know,
read.
it's the good way to do it. So that is a 12, which is a full
Oh.
success. You can ask 2 questions
Ooh,
from
nice.
this list.
What is most useful to me here?
The first question, what is most useful to me here? You're looking for flowers, and you see that there are a lot of flowers whose textures you recognize already. Things like the oxeye daisy and lilies and tulips and all manner of that sort of thing. But if they are special flowers, they're probably going to look unique. And you notice that there is one that you had not seen already before. It is a kind of like greenish white flower that kind of like stands up on its stalk and then droops over a little bit. And your second question?
Sort of walk towards the flower a little bit, but ask, is something here dangerous as I approach this odd-looking little plant?
Yeah, excellent. The flower is pretty small. It's like the size of a daisy flower. As you are walking, you don't think that the flower is dangerous, but something here feels dangerous. You think that there is at least something that is threatening somewhere nearby. Who else would like to roll for their observing their surroundings?
I would like to.
Go for it. It is spectator, please. Oof.
7.
Hey, 7 it gets you one of those questions. A 1 and a 6. You ran the gamut on that one. So yes, you can ask me. You can ask me one of the questions from that list.
Can I ask a rules question first?
Absolutely.
What happens if we get like 2 6s? Is that like a nat 20? Or
There exist instances where if you get a 12 on a thing, an extra special, like high quality thing happens. You guys are not at a level where that is a thing yet. Technically, yes, there's something like a quote unquote critical hit. None of you guys have that ability yet.
thank you.
Of course.
I guess I want to do is something here dangerous, because there's a little bit of info a second ago about something ominous.
Yes, excellent. As you watch Smole head over towards a strange-looking flower, you kind of like instinctively look around, just like behind and to the left and right and things. And yeah, you're getting a kind of like chill in your teeth, a kind of almost like a vibe that something nearby is off, is dangerous. Like you are not completely safe in this space.
Y'all, this garden does not pass the vibe check.
Sorry, I didn't mean to just roll adventure there. I was
Don't worry about it. We
Well,
won't
snake
take
eyes as
that
well, yeah.
double one roll that you just threw.
I'm sorry. I
Actually, no,
wasn't
you
going to
just
do
die immediately.
Take 10 hearts of damage. Yeesh.
Since
Anyone
I'm
else?
so
Would
good at
anyone like to?
Minecraft, since
Yeah,
I'm so
go
good
for
at
it.
Minecraft, and there's a little bit of danger,
This guy.
can I try and run in real fast and yank the flower and run out?
Yeah, excellent. Go ahead, and this one is going to be react quickly. Let's
Mhm.
have. Let's have both Tim and Small do this. First Tim and then
Oh.
Small.
Tim,
Okay,
I swear to
which
goodness,
one do I
if you
click?
got me killed. Survival, I would guess.
Is it survival?
React quickly is creative.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
All right.
I got an 8.
Mm-mm.
Okay, Tim, show me what you've gotten.
A 9.
All right. So, Tim, you dash forward, and like as though you had tapped the shift button on your keyboard, a burst of speed pushes you forward, and you sort of like duck down under Smol's hand as she reaches for the flower and pluck it out of the ground. But in doing so, you lose your balance and tumble sort of like head over heels and smack into a tree trunk.
Must have glitched.
Yeah, it wasn't exactly the best there. You find yourself looking up at Small. Small, you reach down for the flower and grab instead the back of Tim's belt. And that's weird because, like, Tim is a Minecraft character. You shouldn't be able to feel a belt on his character model. But as you do, it kind of jerks your hand forward and you step forward a few, and one foot steps on top of another one of that kind of droopy flower and squishes it into the ground. So, go on.
I'm gonna sigh very loudly and then kind of sarcastically be like, well, we got it, I guess. And then I want to quickly like roll to look around and be like, did we just set off a trap, or activate something silly by deciding to trample half this garden?
Yes, absolutely. Roll spectator to observe your surroundings, please. Hey. Go ahead and ask a question from that list.
Is there something dangerous here?
This question has been the focus of attention for the last couple, and the answer to it continues to remain, yes, something is dangerous here. But now that you're looking around specifically for, like, traps and that kind of thing, it doesn't seem like there is a reaction to you having stepped on this flower or picked the other one. Whatever is giving you that off vibe does not seem concerned with the fact that you have picked and stomped on a flower.
Okay.
However, Tim, holding this flower in your hand, you look down at it and you see above it in your hand, in the fancy sort of digital Minecraft font, it says Whispering Willow Bud. And then in green text under it, it says allows for eavesdropping while held, so long as the holder maintains line of sight to the target for up to 20 seconds.
Can I look around to see if there's somebody to eavesdrop on?
As a matter of fact, you do see, coming out of one of the little paths, You see a skin of a gentleman in a fine kind of jacket suit sort of biz here. This is Milo the Builder, which all of you would have seen on Clock App before. On Clock App, he stands in front of the like big sprawling creative mode builds that he puts together and talks about the actual building that it's based on in real life. So like he has a creative mode Parthenon, he has a creative mode Eiffel Tower, this sort of business. And he will give little like 1 minute long miniature lectures about them on Clock App. This is because in real life he is a high school history teacher. He walks out next to Zambo Zambo Zambo. The two of them are whispering.
Oh, I want to hear that. Can I use the flower to hear what they're saying?
Absolutely. You clutch the flower, and it wilts in your hand. But the second that you do, you make eye contact with the back of Milo the Builder's head, and you hear them say, "It's just remarkable. This place is so well built, and at the same time, I don't see any sort of like references to anything real world. It must be completely original. And yet, there are things here that make me on edge. Don't you see? There's a bad vibration, if you will. And I'm not quite sure why, but it certainly feels like there's something sinister going on here." You do not hear anything from Zambo Zambo Zambo, though. And then the flower wilts completely and turns into little black pixels that fall down onto the ground like ash. Everyone else, you see the flower just suddenly wilt and then disintegrate in Tim's hand.
Tim.
Tell everybody what happened.
Tim.
What did
Tim.
you do?
We needed that. What are you doing?
Small sort of just like walks off deeper into the forest, like a little bit annoyed. Like,
I'm gonna follow after her.
Amazing.
Explain what happened.
Yeah, it seems that this flower granted you some sort of temporary special ability.
Mm-hmm. No, I'd like to explain to everybody what just happened.
Right. So, Lexi, Z, and Smol, you are now aware of this flower's special ability.
I'm still
What
annoyed.
about the one that got squished? Is it still just squishy on the ground, or is it ash?
It is also ash.
Are there any more flowers around us?
Why don't you make an observe your surroundings roll with spectator, please?
Okay. Oh boy.
No.
I'm gonna cut it.
get wrecked.
It's my favorite thing to do is to just no.
No more information for you. Nothing.
Like they always
Nothing.
talk about like, oh, you know, in improv you should yes and people, but the more fun thing is the no. Full stop. You do see plenty of other flowers that you do recognize, fuchsias and lilies and that sort of business, but none of this specific flower.
Can we go deeper into this like little garden area? Is there more like kind of off in the distance that we can keep looking for these weird flowers?
Oh yes, but you must choose a path. There is a path to the left, a path to the right, and a path down the middle. The path to the right is the one that the target of your eavesdropping just came out of. So 3Z and Milo the Builder both sort of like came out that way, looked around, and then went back inside.
care which path we go down? Should we
Well,
split up or should
small.
we stay together?
Small, it's like your catchphrase always said, you know, the middle is the hey diddle diddle.
Yeah, I do usually say the middle is the hey diddle diddle.
All the
Cat in the
time.
middle,
God,
the cat jumped
literally,
over the moon
yeah.
down the middle of the path. We should go that way.
We should go the middle way, that's
Canonical.
what I'm saying.
Constantly, yeah.
Do we all stick together? Is that better?
Mm,
You know,
Yes.
I always say 4 cats are better than no cats. So
Yeah,
mhm.
but 4 cats and a dog, that's not it.
Yeah,
What's wrong with dogs?
they aren't
I'm
cats.
just copying what Small says.
Yeah.
Well, usually when I play, I try to find a dog as quickly as possible and name tag it Jones, so it can
you've
help
got
me
a
on my
dog. I forgot
adventures.
about
Well, if we find a dog, we can try to tame it.
So
Mhm.
so
Or wolf, I
I
guess.
I really hope that 4 cats and a dog isn't a problem.
Well,
that. You'll have to talk to Smile, I don't talk for her.
Right.
I wish my PNG tuber had a confused blinking face. Well, do we want to go down the middle path then? As 4 cats or 3 cats and a dog?
Yeah, let's
Two
go down
cats
the
and
middle
2
path.
dogs. I don't know what we are.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Hey,
All
diddle
right.
diddle, let's go.
Hey diddle diddle, 2 cats and a fiddle, and a
Is-
dog also playing the trombone.
There you go. Let's win down the straight middle. Let's go.
Oh, goodness.
Rules question?
Yes.
Does that count as talking about a previous session
In
and
fact,
getting a perk point?
Do a thing, you
it
did a thing, mate.
absolutely does. So Misty has just invoked one of the things that gets a perk point added down. Misty has an ability from her her class called Being Here, where no, that's not the right one. It's the one that you have for casual. That's my bad. There, yeah. Yeah, you speak about this thing that has happened to you before, and as a result, therefore, you get a mark on your perk tracker. Congratulations. We've got our first character advancement
go.
going down. Well done. Speaking of your little companion, normally, yeah, you do get a dog as quickly as possible. You hope that this will be a thing that can continue. There's no reason why not. In the meantime, though, you head down the center path. It is...
Oh.
Go on. Right, no, I
I'm
forgot
so
you were
sorry.
going to do the
really
thing.
quick. No, actually, quick rules thing. Back when I dared Tadpole to eat that raw meat, does that count as tricking someone? Like,
Does
because
it
I knew
count
that
as-
he would take the bait and he would eat the thing. Like, does that count? Because technically my special ability is chaotic as prankster. When you distract or trick someone, you know what I mean? I'm just
That-
asking. We don't have
that
to go
might
back
be
and give me the
true.
points, but I just want to understand if that's how that works.
I think when it comes to doing something with like an ally or teammate, you would have to try to convince them to do something or else otherwise do a thing that they would not normally do or deceive them in some way. So in this case, no. But if you were, for instance,
Okay.
to have said like, if you eat this thing, then you'll get, you know, a buff of some sort. And then Tim was like, I don't believe you. And then you tried to convince him otherwise, that would have been your prankster thing.
Okay, understood. Thank you.
Or if you, for instance, you know, find a way to like distract a guardian that is swimming towards you by, you know, lighting a torch under the water and having it stay lit somehow or something like that. That's prankster. But
Tim's-
just like
Tim's too much of a winner.
Yeah, okay.
Too much of a winner to
Oh,
fall for
boy.
something like that.
Amazing, very good. Excellent. Yeah, excellent. So you guys head down the middle path together then. It is a sort of like generally straight path with a bunch of little like branch offs on either side that lead into small alcoves that each have a specific type of common flower in them. So like the first one on the left side has like a circle of red roses. The one on the right side has like a circle of fuchsias, that kind of business. But as you get further down, the creepy vibes get worse, because the further away you get from the front door, the less natural light you have in this garden. And the shadows start to creep longer, and things start to feel just a teeny bit more creepy, I suppose.
Can we use the cobblestone we have to make a furnace really quick? Like,
Oh,
and
yes.
Can I then put a log in the furnace and then like use some other like logs to smelt that log to make some charcoal and ultimately make torches because we have sticks?
Yes, absolutely. You can make... How many torches would you like to make?
I would like to make one piece of charcoal, so 4 torches, and everyone gets a torch.
Okay. We'll say that that's gonna
Winning.
take you 2 logs worth of stuff.
Sure.
2 logs down with a crafting table put together, and you notice also, by the way, that once you've put the crafting table down, you can't really pick it back up because it's a meter square of like solid wood and metal and tools and things. But yeah, you make the crafting table, you put the stone on it to make your furnace, and the multi-step process to make your 4 torches goes down. So you've got 14 logs and 1, 2, 3, 4 cobble left. 2 cobble, because I did my math correctly.
I thought we had 10 cobble.
You did. In my head, I pictured it as being 3 on top and 3 on bottom and forgot the 2 in the middle.
Yeah, so 10 minus 8 is 2?
Yes, that's correct.
Okay, cool.
I did my math wrong. Yeah, excellent. And now each of you has got a torch. Holding it in your hand, you can walk around with it, and it does shed light, but it does also flicker like fire and make the shadows sort of twist and dance a little more as well.
Before the furnace runs out, can I cook the mutton?
Absolutely, why not? You've got 1 cooked mutton now as well in your little bag. As this little crafting foray is happening, there is a sudden movement.
Oh boy.
In a little alcove of shadow up ahead, there is just a teeny little bit of movement that attracts your eye from your peripheral, but when all of you look up, you don't see anything there. And then, I'm going to roll a d4 to see who this affects.
Crumb.
Excellent.
Shit.
0. While you
Yes.
are waiting for the mutton to cook, you sort of like lean back a little bit, and as you look up, you see a black shape zoom toward you from up on top of one of the walls of like topiary nearby, with a glint of metal.
I would like to react quickly and dodge away.
Excellent. Roll some survival for... Is survival? No, that was not the correct one. Roll creative for me, and we'll see how that goes down. Hey, it is a 7, which is the lowest number you could get and still succeed in some way. On a miss, you... blah, blah, blah. So, this one... gets you 1 of these drawbacks. Please choose from this one. You are technically in combat right now. GA, by the way, is me. I am the game associate.
admin, but alright.
Yeah, I thought that's game admin.
It is. So which drawback would you like to take?
We should make that
Guess
game
I'd like-
aficionado.
I'd like to fumble.
Okay, excellent. Reacting quickly to this thing, you take a leap backwards, a full block, and one foot touches the ground and the other slips just a teeny bit in a little bit of soil from the grass block that is there. And you feel yourself toppling backwards, but as you look, buried into the earthen block that you were just standing on, all the way up to the hilt, is an iron sword being held by a figure. One that is somewhat familiar to people. This is Silent Assassin. Her specialty is setting up traps and things, but if you've watched any of the Imagine SMP videos, then you will have seen her do things like hide behind corners and pop out and kill people, or like push them off of cliffs and that kind of thing. Silent Assassin is the griefer in that SMP. And she sort of pulls the blade out of the ground and then looks up, meets eyes with you, Zero, and then turns and starts to dash away.
Can I attack the assassin with my sword?
Absolutely. Yeah, go and give me an attack something to get survival, please. Hey, a 9 on that one is pretty good. It is a hit, but you choose a consequence out of these two. As they are running past, you flick your sword out and graze the back of their leg and kind of drag it upwards. And you feel the force of the tip of your sword cutting something there. Which of the two drawbacks would you like?
Let's do thorns this time.
All right. As it drags up their leg, you see her turn and plant the opposite foot and drive her sword towards your foot, and it cuts through your shoe and cuts up the side of your foot as well. You will take 1 heart of damage. You can keep track of your hearts of damage in one of the 3 empty circles above your character. Everyone has 10 health. Once you hit 10, you die. And then you respawn back at the respawn point. But it's the first damage of the game then. And as this little skirmish happens, you hear the breath kind of just... I didn't think I'd be caught by 4 of you. And then she turns and starts to run away again.
Am I allowed to yell at her that she's a chicken attacking people in the dark, or a coward or something? Can I taunt her a little bit just for
Oh,
the,
yeah.
for the content? For the content?
Ooh, absolutely. Yeah, no, that definitely goes down. As she's running, you shout back after her, and she turns around and brings up her hand. You would expect that it is to make a rude gesture, but you can't see any fingers on her model.
Yeah, that's fair.
And then she disappears around a corner.
Okay. 1 second.
Tim,
I'm so
your
sorry.
foot is bleeding. Not much, but enough for you to notice it.
Flesh wound.
Tim, are you like a gym bro in real life?
No, but I've been around a lot of them.
This is fair, yeah. I mean, like, outside of Minecraft, in my head, I have constructed the reality where Tim, like, goes to the gym, lifts heavy weights, runs, like, 5 miles on the treadmill, and then comes
yeah.
home and plays Minecraft.
Yeah, basically, yeah. I mean, that's my life, but it's, like, not with other people because I'm too busy winning. I don't have time to, like, hang out with other people.
Does Tim need a friend?
Like, is Tim okay? Like,
I mean,
Going
Tim,
to therapy.
Tim would need friends if he wasn't winning all the time. I mean, Tim is
Ugh.
just a machine at winning, and there's nothing else.
Oh, amazing. Very good.
Sweet
Tim,
victory is all Tim needs.
Amazing.
I guess I should inspect my wounds, honestly.
Yeah, you sort of crouch down, you pull your shoe off, and there's just, it's not a bad cut, but it's definitely enough for you to be aware of it. And your shoe is kind of ruined now as well. Like, you can still wear it, but walking makes a little bit of a weird flapping noise, and you're also leaving bloody footprints behind you now.
Excellent.
That's
Tim, does that-
sanitary.
Not hurt, like, in real life? I guess.
You certainly felt it, Tim.
That's probably gonna sting later when the adrenaline wears off. Is there any? Can I look around for like water or anything to clean it or something to bind it?
Yeah, there's like a little stone like fountain thing nearby with a single block of water in it that you can kind of clean your foot up with and all of that. It's not a deep enough wound to really worry that much about, but it's worrisome that it can happen.
Mm-hmm.
Small advise against sticking your bleeding foot in a suspicious pile of liquid, like germs. This feels like a bad idea.
Excellent.
I guess we know that PvP is on.
Yeah, right.
True, that's a true point.
That's a good point, yeah. Can I roll spectator to look around and see if there's any more of the cool flowers now that we've kind of moved down here, or any other creepy crawlies like lurking?
Absolutely. Go ahead and make it happen.
I got a 10.
Hey, a 10 is a
Nice.
pretty good number on that one then. Yeah, you can go ahead and ask 2 of those questions from the list.
The list. Is there something what's most useful to me here, I guess?
Excellent, yeah. First question, what is most useful to me here? And the answer to that one is, while you do not see the same flower that you saw a little bit ago, you do find a different one. This one is like a kind of bluish crescent moon shaped set of petals around a white little core. It is a significantly larger flower than the other one. This one is like one of the two block tall flowers. And it doesn't look like any of the ones that you've seen before. There are 2 of them on either side of a little like stone thing with a water block inside.
Can I walk up to them and sort of, I still have one question left that I can use, right?
That
I
you
wanna walk
can.
up to them and sort of use my sword to like deftly cut the bottom of the one flower on the left, I guess, and kind of pick it up. And then I'll ask my question. Is that okay, or do I have to ask my question first?
No, absolutely. I mean, you can hold the question for as long as is applicable in the scene. But yeah, you walk up and you cut the bottom of it, and it sort of falls into your hand. It is a pretty hefty flower. It feels like the stem of it is like pretty thick, like a sword haft almost. And you see above it the words Lunar Echo Bloom, and then in green text under it, generates a faint glow that points toward the nearest target flower when held. The glow lasts for 10 seconds.
And then can I ask, what can I use here? No, I don't want to ask that. I'm sorry. Can I ask, is there anything dangerous here?
Absolutely. The little encounter that you just had would give you the feeling that that was the vibes that you had been getting earlier. Someone had been watching you the whole time. And you think now, probably Silent Assassin has still got their eye on your group. Maybe not just your group, but you'd probably best be on your toes for another surprise attack.
Can I also grab the second of the same blue flower and maybe put them into our bag of holding so that we don't actually, like, use them?
Yes, easy. Both flowers go into your bag. Lunar Echo Bloom times 2.
Tim would like to ask Small if that flower has anything weird about it.
I'll tell the group that the flower apparently can point towards target flowers, but I don't know if that means towards the special flowers or towards any flowers we specify. Like, I don't know if that means I have to say, show me the little green droopy flowers from last time that let us listen to whispers, or just it points in a direction. I don't know.
Right.
I mean, we could always use one, right?
Yep, we have 2 as long as we don't, as long as somebody doesn't step on the other one.
Do you want to use one then, Lexi, and find
Yeah,
out?
sure, I can use one. Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna hand one of the blue flowers to Lexi.
And I take it and use it.
All right. Clutching this flower in your hand, Lexi, you sort of like watch as the crescent moon petals begin to wither up a little bit, and a teeny bit of like little like single pixel sparkles fall out of the petals and kind of make a little line on the ground that points in the direction that the ninja lady just ran, and then around the corner the opposite direction. And they seem to get brighter as they go around that corner. But then you know this is only going to last about 10 seconds.
I'm gonna rush headfirst into action and do that, and just follow it.
All right, excellent.
Winning.
And all 4 of you see this sort of glowing pattern as well. So as soon as Lexi takes off running toward the direction it's indicating, what do the rest of you do?
Follow.
Yeah, I'll follow behind, but not quite as fast.
Well, I'm limping, so I can't be as fast.
Well, I'm faster than you.
I'll follow like directly behind, but I kind of want to be like observing as I go, like not just running like wildly, but looking around as I go.
Keeping your eyes open as well. Excellent. Okay.
I'm on edge. I just got attacked.
So my ability says if I go against the will of my team in doing that, then I can shift my stats. But I assume I'm not going against the will.
It seems like since they're all following you pretty like right behind, you did not cross their will on it, but good looking out. Keep it in mind.
Will do.
Lexi, you dash around this corner, and it dead ends into another of these little sort of like small round areas where flowers are sort of arranged. And you see that this one has red, orange, and yellow lilies in a kind of almost fire-like pattern. And the sparkles terminate at one flower in the back sort of like corner area here, almost shrouded from view by the other normal old lilies. It is the same size as a lily, but the flower itself actually looks like a little mote of flame. It dances back and forth, and it puts out little embers like your torch does. When you get close to it, the text above it appears. The Ember Blossom.
I don't think I'd wait. I'm just gonna pick it.
You reach down and pluck it out, and instantly the four of you in your sort of like group chat, voice chat thing, each of you hear a little bumpurim,
Like that.
and you in sort of somewhere in your mind know that you have picked up one of the target flowers.
Oh, nice.
Go. Should we put the flower in our bag right away?
Yeah, we don't want to. Well, I don't know. Something gonna happen to it if we put it in the magic bag. I would think. I'm gonna assume it's gonna be safe in the bag.
I want to eat it.
I'm not gonna
I
let you
knew
eat it.
it.
I'm sorry,
the intrusive thoughts. No.
Wait, do we know? Do we have to wait until we get all of them, or just can we do one at a time? Do we know this?
You don't have that information.
I'm not walking all the way back to the statue, so I'm gonna
Right.
put it in the bag.
Well, since I have a question. Since I lost a heart and my foot is injured, if I eat the cooked mutton, would that heal me?
That's a
It stands
really
to
good
reason.
question.
That is kind of
All
how
the
it works in normal Minecraft.
Mm-hmm. If nobody objects, could I try that?
No, I'm kidding. Go ahead.
Yeah, all right. You pull the cooked mutton out of the bag and munch down on it. This time it doesn't taste like raw meat because it is actually cooked. And you
Plain salted
return one heart.
Yay! Delicious.
You are fully healed. And in addition, when you look down, you see that the cut on your foot is completely closed up. Your shoe's still ruined, but the foot is fine.
Yeah. All right. I mean, I'm still, a massive advantage over everybody else, even with an injured foot. But now it's, back to normal.
Oh my god, I love this so much.
I'm pushing this guy off a cliff, the first cliff we find.
Note to self: don't walk towards the edge of any cliffs or lava pools.
Excellent, amazing, wonderful. All right. Lexi, as you go to put this flower in your bag, you start to hear something like whispers, like a bunch of different voices whispering all at the same time, coming from the other side of the wall nearest to where you picked that flower. And as you look up in that direction, all four of you see a hand, or, well, an arm, sort of reach through the topiary and then come back into it.
Like someone had been reaching for where that flower just was, kind of?
It seems like that, yes.
Can I roll to observe?
Absolutely, make it happen.
Oh yeah. Hold on. That one.
Hey, 9 is pretty good. Go ahead and ask me one of the questions from the list.
I would if I knew the questions. Hold on.
Yeah, I just had to scroll up earlier to find the questions again.
I'll repost them.
Is it an NPC? Is an NPC threatening? Are the hands? Is the weird hand threatening?
You don't get a vibe that it is threatening.
Okay.
Because it seems to have moved through the block without being impeded by it, and moved like through the flower that was nearest where you just plucked the one without messing with it either. It seems like maybe whatever you just saw could not interact with the physical objects.
Interesting.
Hmm.
Can I chop down the bush?
Yeah, absolutely. Which tools did you end up bringing in with you? because they're kind of big and bulky.
I think I just made a wooden axe.
Okay, yeah. You sling your axe off of your shoulder and hit the bush a few times, and it disappears. And you see that the walls are maybe 2, maybe 3 bushes thick. But as that disappears, you see a little shimmer of something maybe bluish disappear into the block behind it.
What kind of block is it?
It's leaves. Aesthetically,
so
they're oak leaves and spruce leaves and birch leaves that are all kind of like interspersed to make the topiary walls.
So I dug through the first layer and it disappeared in the next layer.
Correct.
Can I keep chopping until I break through?
Yeah, absolutely. The second block goes down and you can see into the passage on the other side now. And what you see is a face looking back at you. Almost ghostly. It looks just like a player might. If their skin, like the player's skin, had been sort of smashed with a hammer. It's transparent. You can see through it to the blocks on the other side. And you see it kind of glide backwards along the ground, leaving a faint trail of sort of scintillating ghostly particles in the block where it was just standing.
Are they in spectator?
That's a good question.
Can I communicate effectively?
You can communicate. We'll see how effective it is. Roll for me, please.
Okay, sure. That's the adventure, isn't it? Okay. It was not effective.
Right. So, Lexi, what method were you using to try to communicate?
I just speak to them like, "What are you? How are you doing that?"
The face kind of looks over in your direction through the 1 by 2 deep hole, and then it zips backwards into the stone wall behind it. And it's gone.
Interesting.
Tells me that that might be a dead player.
Ooh.
Because their face was kind of squished and they're in spectator mode.
Yeah.
Can we die in here? Like, die?
Hey Tim, do you want to test it?
Yeah, you want me to use my sword?
No, that's not what I meant. Please don't.
Oh, I thought you wanted me to use my sword and see if you would die there for real.
Please don't. No.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I was just, thought that's
really
where you're
love
going
that.
with that.
The character Tim has become the group's heel. I love that for you.
It's very funny.
Maybe
Attention,
it's
players. 1 hour has passed. The Panoptica will be released into the garden now.
Oh,
Good luck.
maybe
Frick.
we should craft a boat.
Yeah, let's craft a...
At least one to see if it works.
Is there... Can I look around and see if there's anything that might be metal or iron or anything that we could use to craft a shield or any sort of
Better weapons.
better
armor.
weapons? Yeah, anything at all.
Go ahead and observe your surroundings for me with Spectator.
I got a 10.
Hey,
I roll
hey.
so well. Roll 20
loaded dice.
loves me.
Loaded dice, that's what it is.
Loaded roll 20 dice is how it goes. Yeah. You can ask 2 of those questions then.
Is there anything... What can I use here?
For
And
the
then
purposes of making something better of a weapon, every block that you have seen so far has been a variant of a stone block, a leaf block, or a wood block. There have not been any metal objects, except for the 2 iron plates that you saw acting as hands for the statue at the very beginning, and the iron bars that made the door. For what you could use, there are still plenty of wood planks and wood blocks and things that are used to create the scenery here. You could perhaps cut some of those down if you needed to use them.
Okay.
Second question.
Is there anything dangerous?
The answer is yes. It's the Panoptica, and you don't know where either of them are.
Excellent.
Can
Can
I?
I suggest that we should chop some trees down and try to get ourselves a little platform and get off the ground?
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
Make a ladder and try to get off the ground.
I was gonna say pillar up, but yeah, that'll work.
Yeah, basically the same thing, but with a little space maybe.
We could observe
we-
from a higher perch too.
Oh, and then we can look for the flowers up there. Yeah.
Yeah, could we get up on the wall? They're in the walls. Sorry.
They were in the walls.
Amazing.
Kind of like whatever this assassin person did that was kind of up above us. Can we do that?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Using the blocks that you've got available nearby, you can just kind of chop a few planks and some dirt from the ground, and each of you are able to get up on top of the 5-block tall leaf walls that go around this area. And you can see that you are not the first to think of this idea, as several other players that you can see in the distances are starting to climb up on top of the walls. And from up on top of this set of wall, you look back toward the entrance, and you see 2 of those large, armored-looking golem-like figures that begin to sort of walk through the labyrinthine paths that lead deeper into the gardens. You also see, going back over toward the statue at the very beginning, a couple of the familiar people that you've seen earlier. You see Milo the Builder with Zambo, and a third person with them also. This is Lightning Vic, a speedrunner that currently holds the world record for a couple things that are kind of dumb, but nevertheless are impressive. Lexi, Lightning Vic and you have been fighting over the world record for getting to the end the fastest for 4 or 5 months now.
Yeah.
Lightning Vic is not a content creator. The only things that they ever post are proof of the speedrun attempts. But a lot of people make content about Lightning Vic and about you, Gender Pending 6, on YTube, being the comparison between the 2 great speedrunners type thing.
Yep.
The 3 of them are running back toward the statue.
Should we maybe... Sorry, go ahead.
Can I see if they're holding anything?
As a matter of fact, you see that Lightning Vic is holding a peculiar-looking blue flower.
Okay. They've got one of the flowers, right? We should go intervene.
Are you suggesting we go attack them for their flower?
Maybe.
Maybe we
What
could team up.
That's what I was actually going to suggest. Is these biblically accurate angel monsters are probably way stronger than us,
Yeah.
and it's only the first round of the competition, right?
Correct.
Would it make more sense to team up with people we know, and some of us know this other team, and have both teams succeed and not die to the giant eyeball golems? Is that an option, or Lexi, do you hate Lightning Vic enough that you don't want to work with him?
He's annoying.
Is
Like,
So we should-
he's
messages me,
annoying,
like,
but is he?
He messages me all the time, and he's like, "Oh yeah, I beat your record again." Like, he thinks we're friends. We're not friends. Leave me alone. You know?
Okay, but do you think he'll kill you?
I don't think so. if we're teaming up with him, I'm gonna just small stay with me. Don't let him come near me.
That's fair. I will do that. I will
Thank
kick
you.
all of his shins.
Thank you.
I mean,
But so how
3Z's
about we
really
like
cool. So I think she might team up with us.
Hmm.
so what if we go over there and propose this idea from a safe distance and see what they think? And if they tell us to pound sand, then we can throw rocks at them.
Oh, I will. It's like
Yeah.
you always say.
Or
I'm
we
sure
can use
Tim
our
can handle
swords.
all of
I mean,
them,
we
right?
could use rocks.
Tim can handle all of them, right? I'm sure you could handle that, and we could all hang out right here and watch. Yeah, you're really good at the game, so like,
Sure. Yeah. No problem. Easy.
okay,
If that's what you want. I mean,
yeah. I mean, that is what I want.
Oh no.
You know, it's like you always say, why throw sand when you can throw rocks, right?
Yeah,
Right.
I always
you-
say that. And that's actually my other most known saying. First one was, "Hey diddle diddle," cat in the fiddle, or whatever.
Oh
it was.
god.
The middle is the hey diddle diddle. Come on.
The
Small.
middle is
You
the
should
hey
know your
diddle diddle.
own
I
catchphrases.
always say that. And the other
Oh.
thing I say is, "Why throw sand when you can throw rocks?"
Exactly. Yeah.
Well,
Oh,
known.
it's canonical. This is truly true. Oh god.
I mean-
All right. So the four of you are going to rush back toward the other party then, yes?
Yes.
Okay. Running on top of walls is not a difficult thing for any of you because the walls are at least 2, sometimes 3 blocks wide. For Lexi and for Tim, this is also exceptionally familiar on account of you both kind of knowing how to do challenge stuff and speedrun stuff. But yeah, it's not hard. You guys all dash back that direction, and you do find yourself starting to get tired after like 15 seconds of a quick dash, but it's not something that you would need to stop for. And you finally get to within earshot of the 3 of them.
Can we listen?
I was
Listen to
gonna
what
say,
they're
should
saying?
should Zero maybe yell out for them because you know one of those people and are
Yeah.
kind of friends with them?
3Z! It's Zero! Hey!
You see Zambo,
I-
Zambo, Zambo kind of skid to a halt and look around, and then look up and make eye contact with you.
How's it going? How's your flower search?
She looks over at the other 2, and then looks back at you and goes, "Oh well, you know, we're doing fine. We've got one of these, and we're hoping to find the other 2. How about your party?"
Yeah, my friends were doing pretty great. We've got one too. Maybe like together we can all get through the door if we find that third one. And I would like to communicate effectively and be very persuasive.
All right, make it happen. Communicate
Ah.
effectively. Uses your adventure, please. Hey, 7 is not bad. You get to ask 1 question from this list.
I wouldn't do the how can I get you to do what I want, but I would like to phrase it in the like, you know, we can team up. How does that sound? How does that sound? But I'm asking, how can I get you to team up with me?
Yeah. She kind of like, you see her look back again at her other 2, and she nods. And the one holding the blue flower, Milo the Builder, kind of takes a step behind Zambo. And 3Z sort of like looks at your whole party and says, "Well, if we want to team up, then surely if you find an extra flower that you don't need, you'll pick it up for us, and then we'll do the same for you. Does that work for you?"
Can I also attempt to communicate effectively and basically ask, if I succeed, ask like in a can I get them to pinky promise? Because
Yeah, go ahead and give it a shot. For adventure,
That's
please.
adventure, right? Yeah. What are my rolls today?
I mean,
I would like to reach out my Minecraft hand and say, we'll do that for you if you do that for us if you pinky promise. Which is effectively, are you telling the truth?
yeah. There is a slight hesitation, and then she sort of like looks back again at the rest of her party. So Lightning Vic kind of like you see Lightning Vic scanning back and forth, and then Lexi, Vic makes eye contact with you, and then you see his posture just kind of like perk up a little bit, as if he was trying to like sit up a little bit straighter and look a little cooler. And Vic says, "You know what? Deal. I've never done a co-op speed run before, but I'll tell you who I would do it with. That's Gender Pending 6 up there, whose record I just recently beat on getting to the end quickest."
Small is kind of like sidling
right?
in front of Lexi, like, okay, but you're gonna pinky swear me, right? Like, I'm just like trying to put my body in front of her to be like, don't look at her.
So sus.
Subtly.
Yes, excellent. There is another moment, and then 3Z kind of like sighs and like runs her hand across the top of her head. You can see she's like trying to like brush the hair out of her eyes, and she goes, "All right, yes, let's do it. It makes sense, but, well, I suppose you'll have to deal with our fourth." Lightning Vic does not have a public facing age, but based on the voice from their videos, you would expect that they're at most like 19.
Okay, good. Yep.
And at that, the voice from behind all four of you on the wall speaks up. Ugh, God. I guess if 3Z says that we're teaming up, then I don't get to stab you again.
Damn it.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh, I want to stab the assassin again.
Go ahead, make an attack something roll. Do it with survival.
No, don't.
No.
I want to
wait.
react quickly and stop it.
Yeah, we'll wait and see. But I have a feeling I'm going to stab the assassin again later.
Excellent. Yeah, the assassin, Silent Assassin has an iron sword. That's weird. No one else has any iron stuff. You see them kind of spin it on their big blocky hand, and then like put the tip on the floor and say, "That's for me to know and you to find out."
Why do they sound like a Pokemon?
Amazing.
Zero is just giving them a dead stare, like not amused.
Amazing.
Well, Assassin, since your team just agreed to team up with us, maybe you should share. Sharing is caring. Like, I'm very like, really? You're being a child?
You want to try to communicate effectively?
Sure.
Why don't you go in for it?
I got a 10. What is this?
Rolls.
What is my rolls?
I am
Because you got that double 1 out of the way.
Yeah.
Sure.
The game felt bad for me.
Practice roll.
Yeah, go ahead and ask one of the questions from the list right above there.
I'm going to guess with the like, how can I get you to do what I want? Rephrased as kind of like, well, we've teamed up so that we all don't die to the eyeball monsters. So, like, where did you get it? You know? I don't know if I'm allowed to do that. I don't know if that's
Yeah.
game breaking.
No. That's the sort of thing that, like, these questions are not the actual words that your character says, but rather the concept that gets communicated by it. So,
Okay.
yes, in fact, Miharkula, who is in the chat right now, this is in fact a Minecraft themed tabletop game. Look at that.
Hi, Miharkula.
The Silent Assassin flicks the sword up into the air. It tips over once, and they catch it again by the handle. And she sort of flicks it, and she goes, "The metal sword is one that I found in a box. Everyone else has got their wood swords and their stone swords and everything, but if anyone's gonna have something made of metal, it's gonna be me."
Can I observe the box?
Oh.
Well, there isn't a box
Freezing.
nearby.
Hmm.
Should we guys maybe, now that we've teamed up with them, use our other blue finding flower to try to direct us to the next set of sparkle flowers or whatever?
Well, as you are
not
thinking
with
about
them.
this,
No?
3Z steps forward and goes, "Well, since we are sharing then," and she reaches into the pocket on her backpack and pulls out a slightly crumpled second blue flower. She says, "We do have an extra one of these. Do you have any extras yourself?"
Well, we have one red flower, and we have. Can I tell her this? Like, since they're actually teaming with us,
No.
I don't.
We have
trust
one
them.
red flower. That's it.
and that's the only special flower
Yeah,
we
we've
have.
got nothing else.
Yeah.
We're doing so badly.
Yep.
That's why we're so desperate for you to help us. We have
Yeah.
nothing.
Yeah.
And
We
Matt,
have
you're really helping
one
us
red.
out
We
by
show the
giving up
one red
most.
that's not a. Yeah, that's it.
Okay, well. And, like, there's the teeniest bit of reservation, and 3Z puts the flower back in her backpack, and she says, "Okay, well, when we find more, then we can trade such that we all have the flowers that are necessary."
Hmm.
I
Does
say
that
it's a
sound-
deal, and I try to give her a high five just to really drive home that I'm being annoying.
You put your hand up for a high five, and there's, like, a full silent 3 seconds before she reaches up with her blocky hand, and when she moves it forward, you actually feel hand, like skin to skin hand, when her, like, Minecraft model touches your hand.
That was unusual.
Hmm.
We all have hands, but we don't have hands. Help.
Was there any reaction from her on her end from feeling the same sensation?
Why don't you observe your surroundings? Make a spectator roll for me.
Nope. Okay.
9 is not bad. Yeah, you can go ahead and ask one question from the list that I will put in again. Boom.
Oh, speedy.
A question like, "What is most useful to me here?" might also be information instead of just,
Yeah.
like, a normal thing.
That's what I was thinking. Yeah, we use that one.
All right. When the sound of the high five actually hits, you see that 3Z also kind of looks a little surprised about it, and then kind of, like, looks down at her hand, but shakes it off pretty quick.
So we're all real hidden behind Minecraft skins.
That might be possible. In any case, you see Vic with the sort of comes up and takes the flower from. Who had the flower in their group? Milo. Vic takes the flower from Milo and then sort of, like, bounds over to the statue, jumps up and kind of, like, slam dunks it onto one of the metal plates, and a little chime sort of, like, boo-doo-doo-doo plays. That flower disappears, and then all 4 of that group kind of, like, look up as though they have heard something, and you see Milo just kind of nod Vic is like, yes, first of the flowers, and then looks directly over at you, Lexi, and makes eye contact as if to say, I got the flower first.
You're just so annoying.
Can I lean over and whisper to Lexi, do you want me to stab him?
In theory, yes. In practice, it's probably best not to.
Okay, later.
Yeah, later.
We should. There's another plate, right? There's two plates at that thing.
Correct, and that flower that just got put down disappeared.
Can we also bank our flour?
Yeah, super easy. You walk up and set your orange flower down, and woof, it is gone. And you hear, first target flower acquired. Remaining target flowers, 2.
Let's go.
Oh yeah, first target flower, and I look at Vic.
The flowers are gone. How can we share them?
Well, because they got a different kind than we did, right? So if we find another one of the same kind we have, we give it to them, and vice versa.
We don't know if this is going to work with the people running the game, though.
What are they gonna do?
We're just assuming. I don't know. Put the Death Eaters on us, or whatever they're called.
I think
There
they're
is a
biblically accurate
sudden
angels, but okay.
scream that comes from deeper in the labyrinth of paths, and a sort of a sound like a charging up of something, like a
Like that.
and then the scream cuts off.
We should go.
Yeah.
In whatever direction that like the opposite of where that came
Opposite, yes,
from.
opposite
Yeah,
direction.
not that direction. Anywhere but
Quickly,
there.
quickly.
With haste. Yeah.
Excellent. You went down the center one before and found yourselves all the way at the end of it. So there's the left path and the right path. Both the left and the right path had a panoptica that went down it, but it's been enough time now that you could probably find a different wind in those paths and not run into them, maybe.
Can we attempt to communicate effectively and ask them which way they've already gone? Like where have they already explored?
You don't need a roll for that one. Vic points at the right path and says, yeah, we went up that direction. We took a couple turns. There seems to be a lot more, like, place back that way, but we sort of figured, get the flower, get it out of our hands so that no one can take it from us. And at that point, you hear Silent Assassin go, I mean, that is how we got our second flower.
And who
Do
would
we
even
want to go back
suggest?
the way they went then, since there was more to explore there?
3Z kind of nods and goes, if you take the right path, we'll take the left path. And then we'll meet back here when we get more flowers. Does that sound like a plan?
It's like Small always says. If the middle is not hated or diddle, go on the right path.
Do you say that,
I mean,
actually?
yeah,
Yes.
yeah, that does.
That's my third most common
Yeah,
saying.
yeah.
When you
I-
type exclamation point quote in Small's chat.
I actually have that on a T-shirt from Small's merch store.
Yeah, I've got how much too. Yeah.
It's a
Both
solid
commonly
block
said,
of text.
quote, cats don't wear shoes. That's true.
Oh, goodness. Amazing. Very good. Okay, so the two groups part. The group led by 3Z heads down the left path, and the four of you head down the right path. Somewhere far up in front, close to the center of this gigantic sort of garden structure, there is another whoosh, and then another from a different direction. It seems that these panoptica are finally encountering the other players. You don't need a roll to know. Things have just gotten much more dangerous. And that, my friends, is a good place for us to wrap up the very first session of Crafted. I am very pleased with how this has turned out so far. How do all of you guys feel about it? Like, Rubik's, you still doing good?
Yes.
Having a good time? Excellent. Tad, what about you? How you doing?
Oh yeah, this is great.
Wonderful. Small?
This is
Excellent. Really well. I've loved
Wonderful.
this.
Misty as well,
Absolute
too?
chaos.
Yes, this has been lovely. Although I do say that Zero is acting very coolly, and Misty would be hiding in the bushes. Like, just
Misty's terrified.
Yeah.
Under control.
Amazing. Oh, this is very good. I'm so pleased. I hope that you guys have all had as good of a time as I had this first session so far. This is the first session of 3, possibly 4 sessions. All of you who are watching in various chats, there will be progression that comes very soon. We'll see how everything shakes down with this alliance between the 3Z party and our heroes. We'll see what all will happen about that in the next episode, which will happen next week. Same bat time, same bat channel. Except, actually, how do the 4 of you feel about pushing it forward 1 hour?
So at 1 p.m. Eastern time, noon Central time
Yes.
for us. I don't have any like major concerns about that. Anyone
fine
else?
with me.
Works for
Yeah,
me.
it works for me. Yep.
Excellent. Then, next week at an hour earlier than it was, but the same block channel. Wonderful. So then, yes, I'm very pleased with how that has gone down. Hey, Rubik's, what are you doing next, and where can we find you?
I'm playing Minecraft at some point in the next week. And you can find me at twitch.tv/Rubix2209. Twitter with the same. What else forgot? Instagram with the same. Tumblr at a Rubik's Cube.
I am to understand that your Tumblr is something of an experience.
It is certainly an experience. You want to be following me over there.
Wonderful, very good. How about you, Tad? What are you doing next? Where can we find you?
Well, I'll be playing Minecraft probably Monday on Twitch/tadpole_milk_. All Minecraft.
Excellent. All Minecraft, all the time.
All the time, yep.
Wonderful, wonderful. What about you, Small? What are you doing? Where can we find you?
We'll be streaming next week, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday at 8 p.m. Eastern time.
Ooh.
Minecraft and other various shenanigans. I'm somehow a variety streamer right now. You can also find me on YouTube at Smallcats, 2 Zs. Yep, that's me.
Excellent, excellent. And Misty, what about you? What are you doing? Where can we find you?
So tomorrow, 9 a.m. EST, I will be playing on the 9 Lives SMP, trying to get advancements, playing Minecraft. And you can find me on Twitch at MissyJoy11, and that's my Twitter, and my everything except for Instagram, which is MissyJoy11TH.
It's so disappointing when like everything is the same username except for one, right? It's just like the worst possible thing. Excellent though. And of course I am Cosmo Bergamot. I'm Cosmo Bergamot everywhere because no one else has this name. I'm lucky for that. I will be doing a thing again on Wednesday where I will be playing some more Genshin Impact, trying to build some characters. Wonderful then. We'll see everyone at the places whenever those things are the next time around. But hopefully everyone will be back here again on Saturday. Does anyone from my wonderful 4 colleagues have any people that they would suggest going to a raid?
Griffin? Griffin Prime?
I've got Griffin Prime as well. They're playing Minecraft, which is appropriate.
Minecraft? Yeah, I'm fine with Griff.
Okay,
Sounds
excellent.
great.
Then let's head over to Griffin Prime. as long as my thing will allow me to click a thing. I love how slow Twitch, like the web app for Twitch, runs on my computer while I am streaming. It's almost like I'm trying to like drag my internet connection through a jar of peanut butter. Excellent though.
For some reason, having the Roll20 website open was like really killing my like computer's ability to navigate tabs. I don't know why.
Oh yes, that's no good. All right, well let me make
Super
up
fun.
a raid message really quick here. The professor's students have come to ponder the cube, the one that I always use for Minecraft people. There we go.
I'm gonna mute and deafen, guys. Thank you. It was so much fun.
See you
I will
later.
see
Yeah,
you over in
absolutely.
group chat.
Here is the raid message for everyone who is in my channel right now. I'll see everyone over on Griffin Prime's channel. Don't forget to say hey, and also probably tell him what your favorite Minecraft block is. Don't forget to do your homework.